You can't talk of dominion on earth aside talking about a place. You can't exercise dominion on earth aside talking about a place. Every dominion of the earth is a dominion of a place. Every dominion of the earth is a dominion of a place. Once a man lost his place, he has lost his dominion on earth. Once a man lost his place, once a man lost his place of his covenant, once a man lost his place of his inheritance, once a man lost his place of his blessing, he has lost his dominion on earth. Hear me. Dominion on earth is a dominion of a place. That means you cannot exercise dominion on earth outside a place, a functionable place, a designed place, a chosen place. Excuse me. Before God created man, God put in consideration of a place of the man dominion. God will not give men, child of God, you hear me this morning. God, I say we are still in our season of our covenant what? Enthronement. You can't talk of enthronement aside talking of a place. You can't talk about throne aside talking of a place. Every throne is a throne from a place. You can't talk of a seat aside talking of a place. Every seat on earth is a seat of a particular place. You can't talk about relevance aside talking about a place. It is a place that makes a man relevant from a seat. So before you talk about a seat, you should talk about the place of that seat. I don't know whether I don't know whether somebody's hearing me this morning. You can't also, no. Somebody want to be relevant. Somebody want to be successful. You can't talk about success aside talking about a place of that success. Somebody want to have an encounter. You can't talk about encounter aside talking about the place of an encounter. Excuse me. Satan is not careful about your dominion. Satan is careful about your place. What Satan wants to take away from man is their place. Because Satan has the understanding that once men lost their place, they will lose their dominion. You cannot exercise authority once you have lost your place. You cannot talk about achievement. No. You can't talk about blessings. You can't talk about recovery. You can't talk about miracle when you are not functioning in your right place. So what Satan, excuse me, before God he said, let us give man dominion. In his thought, before he created man, he considered the place of the functionary place of that man. God considered there was something God brought into thought before he talked about dominion. There was something God brought into consideration before he talked about dominion. There was something God brought into existence before he talked about dominion of a man. There is something God is careful of before he talk about dominion. God is careful about the place. He came into the thought of God to talk about a place before I talk about dominion. Because no man can exercise dominion on earth outside what? A place. Did somebody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure the Church of Zion is still with me this morning? Excuse me. No man lost his dominion until they lost their place. Dominion is given to man from birth. Once a man, everybody that lost earth dominion lost it from a particular place. So this morning, you can't talk about recovery. You can't talk about taking back. You can't talk about throne. You can't talk about relevance. You can't talk about functioning. You can't talk about inheritance. Earth inheritance. You can't talk about fulfillment on earth. Manifestation on earth. As I considering your place. As I talking about your place. What Satan is interested in a man is not his dominion, sir. Satan is not fighting dominion of a man. What Satan is fighting is the place of a man. What Satan is fighting to take away from man on earth is their place. Satan is not careful about the authority of a man. Satan knew from his thought, because he was with God from creation. Satan knew what God considered first before I talk about dominion. Satan knew that God considered the place, the functional place of that man on earth. So every child that was born on earth is born to function from a place. The dominion that God gave to man from birth is a dominion of a particular place. So once man lost that place, the place of his functionary capacity, he will lost everything given by God to him.